Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Tariffs on Cars Explained. Thanks for joining me again, Erin and Sean.
Absolutely.
We're
Good to be
gonna
with
roll.
you.
We're gonna roll right into this to keep things easy. The info is out there. We kind of have an idea of what's going on. But Erin, why don't you bring us up to date on what we do know for sure now?
So what we know for sure now is that the reciprocal tariffs did go into effect on Saturday, April 5th. There are some additional tariffs that will go in on April 9th. And what we've been told is none of those reciprocal tariffs will immediately impact the automotive industry. They're going to hold the automotive industry tariffs at the 25% plus any other stacked on tariffs prior to the March 26th deadline date. But as of right now, we know that the reciprocal tariffs are in place.
Okay. And then, Sean, we've seen some automaker reactions to the tariffs, obviously. Can you give us an idea of what's going on out there and then what consumers should be looking for as we proceed further into the future?
I'd love to tell you there's a pattern, but the responses have been all over the board right now. We've seen Ford and Stellantis, the Jeep and Ram parent, reenact old employee pricing discounts. We've seen Hyundai promise to hold prices steady through the end or through June 2nd. And then at the other end of the scale, Stellantis has already idled some factories and done some temporary layoffs and stopped importing certain cars. Infiniti has stopped importing some of its mid-size SUVs. So the response has been all over the board, which complicates things for buyers. And once again, I would say if there's a particular car you're interested in, really pay attention to that Kelley Blue Book fair purchase price because that's the thing that responds fastest to changes in the market and actually will tell you what people are paying in your area.
Hmm. Erin, do we have any other dates coming up that we should keep an eye on for more changes that could be car specific?
So we do know that the May 3rd timeline has been put out there as far as the parts portion of this tariff act. So we are going to keep an eye on when does it get clarified, what parts and how much will they be tariffed at the borders, and which auto manufacturers that might impact because every automaker has different proportion of U.S. content versus foreign content, as well as those parts tariffs start to come into place. We're going to, of course, then see potential down the line impact to the dealers who might be repairing and servicing those vehicles that are out there.
So, Sean, it seems like it's kind of just wait and see. The current inventory is the current inventory, and we're going to see what happens. Basic economics, supply and demand going forward.
Yes, and pay careful attention to that inventory. We are starting to see signs that it's drawing down a bit. There's an old industry target that kind of a rule of thumb that they used to aim to keep about 60 days on the lot at any given time and another 15 days in transit. When the year started, some of them were well over 100, and we're seeing that number come down significantly for some of them. So keep an eye on that. That's probably what controls prices.
All right,
Yeah.
so it sounds like we're just going to sit and see how this goes with the current inventory, see what has in store for future inventory and eventually parts. But for right now, it's just keep an eye on prices. That sound right?
For consumers,
It
for sure.
does.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you two for joining in, and I'm sure we'll be doing another one of these pretty soon.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again, Jeff.